And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Welcome back and welcome aboard. Today, as you could hopefully recognize, we are back in Bermuda today. We came here last flight, and now we've picked up some executives, and we're going to be taking them up to Massachusetts. The name of the airport is Dillant-Hopkins. I think it's a regional airport in New Hampshire. So yeah, we're gonna be heading over there. Let's take a quick look at the weather and let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, so as far as Bermuda's concerned, lots of open sky, lots of clear weather, nothing too much to worry about here. So we should have a pretty uneventful departure leaving Bermuda, and we're going to be heading up here to New Hampshire. As you can see, there's lots of weather in the area. Currently, the forecast is calling for winds out of 010 at 7 knots. Visibility is 6 miles with some light rain, mist, and clouds in the area. So I'm looking at the wind as well. The wind appears to be kind of blowing this weather out of the area, although it doesn't seem to be a very strong wind. So we might have to deal with this weather when we get there as well. Our flying time today is going to be 2 hours and 10 minutes. And we're going to be cruising at 43,000 feet. But currently we're going up to 40,000 because this is a step climb. And hopefully we'll get some Vatsim coverage along the way. Just bring up VATSPY real quick. So yeah, right now looking at VATSPY, oops, I always do that. Yeah, right now looking at VATSPY, there's no coverage over the Atlantic Ocean, but there's a ton of coverage on the East Coast right now. So the only weird thing is I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna be hitting that first. And then most likely I'm gonna be heading more so towards Boston Center, but I don't really know right now. We'll see if they're still online once I get there. But it's going to be a fair bit of traveling initially, just on Unicom. So I'm going to go ahead and tune that, and then we shall be on our way, folks. So transponder, put that to 2200. Hit enter. So transponder I normally set to on, but for some reason this always triggers a warning when I take off. I really don't know why. I've been trying to look it up. Haven't really found anything. But so when we get a warning on takeoff, that's what's causing it. Just gonna set my flaps, adjust my trim, make sure that is good to go. Okay. Alright, and I think we are all set. As far as let's get the cabin power on. Let's forget that as well. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go now. As far as the airplane's concerned, so this is pretty interesting. I think I mentioned last flight that picked up a new version, part of the update for the new version for this aircraft, which isn't really new. It came out in August. I just didn't know that. Is we now have 3D passengers. So our flight today, is calling for 4 executives. So I'm seeing 3 adults, 1 child on board. So let's hope that they enjoy this flight. Currently the time in Bermuda, it's about just after 8 in the morning. So we should be getting to New Hampshire probably after 9 or so. Maybe closer to 9:30. We'll see. As long as we're kind of on the right path. So I'm going to bring up the airport map. Boom. And I just want to announce my intentions, even though there's not really much people in the area around here. Just saw a couple aircraft. But we're going to get on the way. So I'm just going to bring up the charts for Bermuda. We're departing runway 12 today, which is kind of off to our left. All right. So let's get going, folks. Unicom, that's what I forgot to tune. Unicom frequency is 122.8. Enter. I forgot to switch it. There we go. Alright, folks, time to head out. Good day, Bermuda traffic. Charlie 8982, taxiing to runway 12 via Quebec Bravo Golf. Let's forget what Q is. Alright. So as usual, shout out to SLH Sim Designs for the Bermuda scenery. Very on point. And I'm hoping that everyone is going to pick it up, because it is a quality piece of software. Right, we gotta turn right here. Just kind of enjoying the scenery on the way. This really does remind me of home a lot. It really, really does. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Alright, so we're looking at the signage right now. We are on Quebec. Gonna be turning left onto Bravo. Absolutely beautiful morning here in Bermuda. Can't really ask for anything better. Nice clear skies. And what I might try and do is just do a quick tour around the island before we head off. So what I will do is probably take off, maybe go to about 1,000 feet. And then throttle back, drop down full flaps. Might keep my gear down as well, just to keep us nice and slow. And then we can just take a quick fly around the island. Then after that, we could be on our way. All right. So we'll do this for the execs, give them a nice little flying tour before we head out. And this is something that pilots do in real life in Bermuda. I've been on a few flights where they've just decided to kind of just buzz the coastline. They'll fly around and then they'll head on their way. All right. Charlie 8982, lining up. Runway 12. And I keep forgetting to announce who I'm talking to, so I gotta keep saying Bermuda traffic. Alright folks, we are fully lined up. Let's double check that everything's set. Trim is set. Flap set for takeoff. Not gonna worry about the anti-ice right now. We should be good. You have a FMS set. Yeah, everything looks good. Alright. Alright. Bermuda traffic, Charlie 8982, departing straight out runway 12. Alright. Takeoff power set. Somebody also tell me once. Oh. What's going on there? Alright, just had to abort the takeoff for 1 quick second. Figure out what's going on with my throttles. Okay, throttles are good now. Alright, sorry about that. Somebody also said hit this little button right here, puts you into takeoff mode, which I don't do too often, but I'm going to do now. Alright, let's go. Rotate speed is 115. And we're hitting rotate speed now. Rotates. That's
Airborne time log.
That's the warning I was telling you about. Alright, let's climb up to about 1,000 feet, maybe a little less. And I'm gonna start our right turn. Gonna go full flaps. Alright, gonna level off about here. Just drop our power back. As I say, we're doing a quick turn right now, and we are gonna just do a quick visual tour of Bermuda. Just coming across the left side, we're passing the island on our right. And this area on our right here is mainly like Grotto Bay. So this area right here, don't know if you're probably not going to be able to see my mouse, but it's coming like right up on the side of the wing. So that's Grotto Bay. Gonna continue coming across. This is all Smith's Parish. There's a golf course back over here. Just see on the side of the wing. So I didn't do this before. I'm gonna try and get a quick screenshot outside if I can. Back up. Okay. Alright, so straight ahead of us, we're going to be flying over. This area is kind of Pembroke Parish, Devonshire Parish. This is more towards the center of the island. And now we're going to be flying straight over the capital of Bermuda. So we're going to be flying over Hamilton. So this is Hamilton, kind of right in front of us. So this is the city of Hamilton down below.
2000.
We have the National Stadium over here to our right. Also to our right here, it's a dump. So we're flying over the actual center of well, kind of the middle part of the island, and now we're heading towards the west end of the island. Over on this side, this is Southampton Parish. I think we passed Warwick Parish already. And if you kind of come back this way, we head into Somerset. And this little area right in front of us where this cruise ship is, this is Dockyard. So Dockyard is, it used to be, I think, a British naval base long time ago. Now it's a tourist attraction. And this is where a lot of cruise ships come now to drop off tourists and yeah. So pretty cool little island. If you get the chance to come here, make sure you check it out for sure. But now, folks, it's time for us to head off to New Hampshire. So I'm gonna go gear up. Gonna go MCT, bring our flaps back to takeoff, and let's just pick up a little more speed here. And go to autopilot, and let's do flight level change. We should start bleeding off some speed. Now we'll hit nav mode as well. Perfect. Alright, so let's get one last quick look at the island on the way out. We're coming back now. We're flying past the south shore of the island now. Let's take a quick picture again. All right. Lovely Bermuda. As I said, this is what I enjoy about Microsoft Flight Simulator, is that it actually brings these islands to life. And I never thought that I'd be able to, you know, just look at my place of birth in a simulator to this fidelity. This is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is exactly what it looks like from the sky. Yeah, man, it always blows me away every single time. Alright, so we're climbing out. Gonna increase my speed to 200 knots. I mean, let's climb out at 200 knots. And let's come to this guy's window. Hard to see, but how's it, folks? One last goodbye to Bermuda on the way out. And yeah, we're starting our climb out. We should be starting on our left turn soon. We're going to be doing the, you know what this departure is called? The Bourne 1 departure. So first approach, well, first fix or waypoint in this departure is Bourne, and then we're gonna make a left turn and start heading west, and then we'll head north, and we are getting out of here. So very awesome morning departure out of Bermuda. Really have no complaints here, folks. Alright, and so we're going to continue climbing to 40,000. And once we reach the, I'm trying to find the name of the waypoint. I actually can't find it. I'm looking at our flight plan here, and it says there's a waypoint Birty, B-I-R-T-Y, that we should be, I think from there we can go to 43,000. So it should be one of these waypoints here. We're now making the left turn. Heading out. So let's look at our flight plan. Alright, yeah, so once we hit this waypoint here, we're clear to 43,000. So I'm kind of curious right now about Dillant-Hopkins. Just gonna pull this up, get some quick information on it. Dillant-Hopkins Airport is a general aviation airport located 2 miles south of the central business district of Keene in Cheshire County, New Hampshire, United States. It covers 888 acres and has 2 runways, and it's included in the FAA Plan of Integrated Airport Systems, in which is categorized as a regional general aviation facility. The city enjoys 6 decades of regularly scheduled airline service starting in the 1940s with multiple daily flights operated with a mix of commuter prop, regional turboprop, and mainline jet service. As of June 2008, however, the airport had no commercial airline service. The land upon which the airport sits was purchased in 1942 and was dedicated October 31st, 1943, before a crowd of 5,000. Among the officials dedicating the land were Governor Robert O. Blood and Senators Styles Bridges and Charles W. Tobey. The new airport was named to honor Thomas David Dillant and Edmund Chester Hopkins from Keene and Swansea respectively, who had both died fighting the war. In 1945, a steel hangar was constructed at the airport, which would also see local operations move to it from West Keene. At about this time, Lee Bowman became the manager of the airport and would run a flight school out of it. Regular air service from Dillant-Hopkins Airport began in 1946 when Northeast Airlines opened a route from Keene to Springfield, Massachusetts. As the inaugural flight from the airport, a Douglas DC-3 carried 2,600 letters, 11 passengers, and a fresh apple pie sent from the mayor of Keene to the mayor of New York. By 1948, Keene was a stop on a service operated by Northeast Airlines with the DC-3 linking New York City with Montreal. And according to the June 16, 1948 Northeast System timetable, this flight operated a daily round-trip routing of New York, Hartford, Springfield, Keene, Lebanon, New Hampshire, Montpelier, Bar, Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, and Montreal. Initially, Dillant-Hopkins provided air service of 2 flights a day before being forced to fly a single flight a day. From January to May 1948, all air service from the airport was suspended, and regular air service resumed in May, and air freight service was added. Lights for the runways were put in place in 1948 to 1949, and 2 years later the airport's signal beacons were added. By 1952, several industries were maintaining private airplanes for business purposes, and it was estimated that 200 planes a month was serviced by the airport. In 1953, Dillant-Hopkins hosted an air show which brought the flying teams from the U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy to Keene, and this air show coincided with other events in Keene, including the historic pageant, the Happy Valley, and a visit by then Miss America Neva Jane Langley. That same year, Wiggins Airways ceased service serving Keene after losing a battle to do business with the city. 1954 saw Northeast Airlines begin its freight service out of the airport. 6 years after air freight service first began, Mohawk Airlines joined Northeast Airlines, flying out of Keene, making the city the first in the state to be served by 2 airlines, which offered flights to New York, Albany, Boston, and Lebanon, New Hampshire. The runways were extended in 1956, and night lighting and other improvements were installed in 1958. And by the second half of 1958, Keene had become the 3rd largest city in the state to offer passenger service and the 2nd largest to offer air freight service. In May 1961, Mohawk ceased serving Keene with the DC-3 and switched to the larger, more modern Convair 440 for its passenger service into the airport with the ability to carry 54 passengers. The Convair 440 became one of the largest aircraft to land at Dillant-Hopkins at the time. From 1962 to 1963, further additions were made to the airport, perhaps brought about by the new passenger planes. And in 1964, Northeast Airlines was operating non-stop service to New York JFK with 4-engine Douglas DC-6B propliners, in addition to other flights to other destinations operated with DC-3 aircraft. Northeast then began the first turboprop service to Keene with the 48-passenger Fairchild Hiller FH-227 in 1966. The first turboprop arrived in September after a 50-minute flight from New York, John F. Kennedy Airport, and the arrival in Keene was greeted by 500 people, which included city officials and airport personnel. By 1969, Northeast was operated up to 7 departures a day from the airport, with the FH-227 prop jet, with non-stop flights to New York, LaGuardia, Lebanon, New Hampshire, and Montpelier, Bar, Vermont. In 1967, the FAA recommended a $1.8 million series of improvements, which would include further extending the runways, the construction of a control tower, improved buildings and other facilities. The recommendation was brought on by increased activity at the airport and nearly 24,000 aircraft operating out of the airport on a yearly basis. In 1967, both Northeast and Mohawk Airlines began to study routes that would include flights to Chicago from Keene. Mohawk was operating Fairchild Hiller FH-227 turboprop service into the airport in 1967 with non-stop service to Albany and Worcester, with one-stop service to Boston and Syracuse, as well as no change of plane flights to Cleveland. However, by 1972, Mohawk had turned all of its Keene service over to Executive Airlines, a Boston-based commuter air carrier, which in turn was operating non-stop flights to Albany and Worcester with one-stop service to Boston. 1967 saw Vice President Hubert H. Humphrey make a brief stop in Keene while on a trip to attend a concert in Vermont. A crowd of 200 were on hand to greet him. Scheduled airline passengers jet service arrived in Keene during the early 1970s. The Delta Airlines had acquired and merged with Northeast Airlines in 1972, which resulted in Delta introducing the McDonnell Douglas DC-9 jetliner flights into the airport. According to the March 1st, 1973 Delta system timetable, the airline was operating a daily DC-9s non-stop to New York LaGuardia Airport, with this flight offering direct, no change of plane service to Philadelphia and Miami, and the same Delta timetable also lists daily direct one-stop DC-9 jet service to Boston via a stop in nearby Manchester, New Hampshire, as well as Fairchild Hiller FH-227 turboprop flights operated by Delta to New York, LaGuardia, and JFK airports, and also to nearby Lebanon. The Delta FH-227 aircraft had been previously operated by Northeast Airlines. Also, in 1972, Mohawk Airlines was acquired by Allegheny Airlines, which in turn continued to serve Keene. The March 1st, 1974 Allegheny system timetable lists flights operated by the airline with Convair 580 turboprops, non-stop to Worcester, and one-stop service to Boston. According to the April 15, 1975 official airline guide, Allegheny and Delta were no longer serving Keene. The same OAG lists non-stop flights to New York LaGuardia Airport operated this time by Air New England with Fairchild Hiller FH-227 turboprops. Alright, so that's a little about the airport. I decided I'll probably take advantage of the quiet airways for now until we actually get to the coverage areas where I probably won't be able to talk as much. So we're gonna switch over to standard altimeter. We should have done that a while ago. And we're gonna continue climbing to 40,000 feet. Once we get to this birdie waypoint, we'll go up to 43,000, and then we'll stay there until it's time for us to descend. So that is pretty much it, folks. I am going to prepare to hit the controlled airspace. As I said, we still have a ways to go before that happens, but yeah, I'm going to prepare for that. Make sure I have a VOR tuned so I can report my position correctly, and also just prepare for landing. Just mentally prepare in general, because just like Jacksonville Center, I'm pretty sure this is going to be some really busy airspace up here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I shall be on my way, folks. So I'll see you when I get back, when we start a descent, and I'll talk to you then. Peace. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about heading towards 3/4 of the way through the flight, maybe just a little over halfway. So you've actually you're actually coming to New York Center's territory or airspace, but I still have not been able to contact, or I haven't been able to connect to the Boston VOR. So I'm just gonna try and just check in now and see what happens, and hope I can get somewhere with this. All right, so New York Center is 132.175. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of report my altitude and see how that goes. Okay. So 132. Double check that again. 132.175. Enter. Alright, so let's see if this works. Hopefully I don't have to restart vPilot. Good day, New York Center, Charlie 8982 at flight level 430.
Charlie 8982 New York Center, that's Oceanic, not covering that side tonight.
Okay. Sorry, okay. Do you know what the correct frequency is?
Sorry, he'll be Unicom until you get to Boston Thursday.
Okay, will do. Thanks a lot, Charlie 982. So I guess I don't know if you could really hear him, but I think he was basically saying that right now this is Oceanic and he's not covering that. I'm assuming that's what he said, so I'm just gonna keep. It's weird, it doesn't really show. I don't know. I don't really know who to contact here because there's. Let me show you guys what I'm dealing with. So right now on vPilot, that's me right there, around the edge, and I'm in this airspace, but I'm assuming that's supposed to be New York Center. If I'm wrong, then I guess I'm wrong, but I guess what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to wait until I reach Boston and then go from there, which I think is what he asked me to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But looks like I have a top of descent coming up soon, so I need to keep an eye on that. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm not really too sure what to do at this point. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay. Here. What I will do though is I'm gonna go back, look at my flight plan. Let me switch back to Unicom for a bit here. Let's see where I am. Alright, I'm finally connected to the Boston VOR. You can see here. And I have bearing 2 pointing to Boston. So now I'll be able to at least let the controller know how far out I am at this point. What I will do though is I just need to figure out, cancel. I want to calculate my descent correctly. Oh shoot. Flight plan. So I gotta make it to this Jergy waypoint. So I'm gonna pull up Keene and Alright, so I'm gonna have to descend to 2,600 feet. Not too sure why I don't see Kahal on here, because I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to procedure, approach, and I'm gonna go. Yeah, so let's go to Kahal first. Kahal, Jergy, and then runway 2. But in my flight plan, I'm not seeing Kahal at all. So, I guess I'm gonna go direct to. Actually, I could probably add. Let's see. Well, I guess Jergy it is. I'm not too sure what else to do at this point. So I'm gonna do my precision descent calculator, and let's see. So I'm going to be going from 43,000 down to 2,600. Let's try and do this in about 140 nautical miles. And 200 knots for descent. They'll have us descending at 1,400 feet per minute. And I'm also going to kind of zoom in on this guy a little bit. Shoot, I still can't see exactly where we're going. Yeah, I wish you could move the map on here. That'll make life a little easier. Okay, so after KN60E, we're going to go to the GDM waypoint. And so from there, so it has to be 117 nautical miles. So when we have 117 nautical miles to go to GDM, that's when we'll start our descent. And I'll also keep an eye on where we are in relation to Boston Center. But while we're here, let's just take a quick look at the weather right now, because things are pretty interesting over there. Take a look at Dillant-Hopkins Airport right now. Weather is not looking too good over there. Like, I was hoping that some of this weather would be kind of blown away, but now what I'm actually noticing is that we have air kind of pushing the system from the right, and we have more air kind of pushing the system from the left, which is sort of just keeping it in place, more so forcing it up then kind of out the way. So the current weather right now at our destination is winds out of 030 at 4 knots. Visibility is only 5 miles. Heavy rain, mist, and clouds. Clouds broken at 1,200 feet, overcast 1,900 feet. So we're pretty much going to be in the soup for most of our descent. Because the ILS approach, the glide slope is captured at 2,600 feet. So the clouds are lower than that, which means we're going to probably be flying pretty much instruments only until we are kind of near to the airport, which isn't an issue. Just gonna have to be a little more vigilant. So what I'll do is I will head back off now, and when I come back, we should be under Boston Center coverage. Shouldn't be there too far from now, and we'll be starting our descent towards our destination as well. So I'll be back at that point, and we'll go from there. All right, Charlie 982. Sorry, this is FlyIslandGuy. I'm out. All right, folks, and we're back. We are just about to hit up Boston Center now. And oops, I actually want to start descending before I contacted them. But let's just go ahead and let's just quickly get our contact in now, and let's see what they tell us. I think Boston Center is 134.7. All right. And transfer.
New York approach 128.55, good night.
128.55, good night, American 33.
Dillant 221, shots heading 190.
190, open 121.
Okay, 29, radar contact 10 miles south of Lebanon, say altitude.
4.4.
Thank you. And KF29, climb and maintain 9,000.
9,000, KF29, thank you.
JetBlue 1030, descend via the roadblock 3 arrival, runway 4 right, ball not submitted 2981.
Descend by the roadblock 3, 2981, and 4 right, JetBlue 1030.
Bolt 3, maintain 250 now.
250 knots, Bolt 3.
American 1874, direct roadblock.
Direct roadblock 1874. Boston Center, American 2450, runway ready for departure, runway 33 Gardner.
2450, Romeo release for departure, clearance void at 0120, if not airborne by then, advising upper intentions no later than 0225, sorry, 0125. The time now is 0112, change to advisory, frequency approved, talk to you shortly.
Alright, talk to you in the air, we're cleared for departure, clearance void 0120.
Dillant 21, direct land.
Direct land, good one.
Good day, Boston Center, Charlie 8982, 86 miles southeast of Boston at flight level 430.
Charlie 8982, Boston Center, good evening, squawk 4745.
Squawk 4745, Charlie 8982.
Boston Center, American 124 at 11.5, climbing via the Pat 6.
Alright,
124 Boston Center, climb and maintain 16,000.
Up to 16,000, American 124.
Bolt 03, Dillant heading 070.
070, Bolt 03.
Boston Center, southwest 551, 20 miles west of Hancock, flight level 370.
Just waiting for my radar contact now.
Bolt 03, contact Boston, approach 133.0, have a good night.
Over to approach, Bolt 03.
South 581 Boston Center, good evening, squawk 4753.
4753, southwest 521.
Dillant 221, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climbing 190,
American 2120, contact Boston, approach 133.0, have a good night.
Boston approach 133.0, great work tonight, thanks very much, American 2120.
Thanks, number 819 exit 0, radar contact south.
1300, make that 1100, climbing 2000, I think.
Or A1 I think you turn right heading 330, climb and maintain 8,000.
330 on the heading 8000, I think.
Charlie 8982, radar contact, let's see here, 100 miles south of the Gardner VR, Golf Delta Mike, descend and maintain, flight level 240.
Send and maintain flight level 240, Charlie 8982.
American 1874, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 2981.
Right.
Roebuck 3-4 right, 2981, American 1874.
Delta 2662, contact New York Center 132.17, have a good night.
132.17, for Delta 2662, have a good night.
American 5286, cross Daisy at and maintain 8,000, LaGuardia altimeter 2987.
American 5286 across Daisy at or maintain 8,000. Thank you.
Alright, folks.
November 19 RX direct Fredo.
Gotten our
Fredo,
descent
9X.
clearance. So we're just heading down to flight level 240. Hopefully we'll continue to get further vectors from there. Weather is not good right now out here, so it's going to get rough when we get down a little lower. If you look at the next red,
Just off Gardner.
next red's looking pretty nasty. So
2450 Romeo, Boston, thanks, radar contact.
I'm not expecting not expecting to be fun and games as we come through, but we'll see how things go. Alright. Start our descent. I will hit you guys when I get back, when I'm a little close to our destination. Alright?
Southwest
I'll
581,
be
radar
back.
contact over Hancock, cleared, direct wiper, maintain.
Alright,
Level 2854, Boston Center, good evening. Give me 1 second here.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have started our
Walk
descent
4704.
4704,
towards our destination. Kind of a final descent. Coming through the clouds now, as you can see, there's a lot of ice and stuff building up on the windshield. I do have my anti-ice turned on, so I'm not too sure why it's building up like this. But we're gonna try and get through this, alright?
Southwest 551, Charlotte heading 090, descend and maintain 5,000, vectors ILS 2823 approach.
That is 090, 5000, vectors for the ILS 23, Southwest 521.
Right now we are cleared all the way down to 5,000. And we're going to be doing the ILS Runway 2 approach today. That's the only one available, so we should be getting clearance to go down to Kahal. I already have the ILS frequency in and ready to go. And plenty of
72854, radar contact 5 miles west of Kennedy, maintain flight level 270.
plenty of rain and moisture on the windshield now.
November 5 Golf Tango contact Boston approach 133.0. Have a good night. Good nothing.
As expected, the weather is pretty nasty right now, so I'm gonna try and get through this if we can.
Probably 8982. Let me know when you have the weather at Keene and when able. Stay approach request.
Okay. Have the weather, and it's not good. I'm looking for ILS Runway 2 approach, please, if possible.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Which approach would you like again? I'm sorry.
Sorry, the ILS Runway 2 approach, Charlie 8982.
Okay, sounds good. Where do you want to start the approach? I can't vector define them for that, but you can use one of the initial approaches.
Sorry, if I can get it to Kahal, Charlie Alpha Hotel Oscar Whiskey.
Sure. Try 8982. After Gardner Golf Delta Mike, clear at K-House.
Clear to Kahal, Charlie 8982.
Boston, hello, Air Canada 8702, flight level 370.
Alright, so we're pretty much just going to follow our flight plan
Air Canada 8702, Boston Center, good evening.
all the way down. But this weather
Good
is
evening, American.
absolutely disgusting.
Flight
Though.
level 370.
American 2148, Boston Center, good evening, squawk 4750.
4750, American 2148.
American 124, cross crank at and maintain 7,000, the New York altimeter 29087.
Cross crank and maintain 7,000 and 2987 for American 124.
Boston, good evening, American 2559, climbing level 2954350.
American 4559, Boston, good evening. JetBlue 2854, clear deck Roebuck, descend and maintain, flight level 230. JetBlue 2854, clear deck Roebuck, descend and maintain, flight level 230.
Roebuck, flight level 230,
American 2148, radar contact 30 miles west of Kennedy, descend and maintain, flight level 270.
Down to 270, American 2148.
The Canada 8667, descend and maintain, flight level 320.
Good Mother to Ranger, deviate for the weather request left on heading 060.
P-Mod 221 deviation left the course approved when able to direct J fund and advise, and for now just maintain a 1000.
1000 and 1060 and advise 1 able to return Pin Mother.
Boston, good evening, American 4556.
American 4556 Boston, good, you need to stay altitude.
Flight 310.
Thank you.
Sorry, Boston Center. Could I go to the Jergy waypoint instead?
Give me 1 second, let me look. Air Canada 8667, descend and maintain, flight level 320.
Aircraft 8666, Google 320.
Southwest 581, Chinless heading 050.
Southern 050, Southwest 521.
Air Canada 10305 with you.
Air Canada 10 Boston Center, hello, what is your altitude, what are you climbing to?
305 for 350.
Thank you, Westjet 277, leaving my airspace. Montreal is closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a good night.
Westjet 277, switching our route. Thanks, good night. Boston, what is your second flight 2287,
Project Flight 2287 Boston, hello.
Alright, I'm just gonna slow down a little bit. Ooh, we are flying in blindness right now.
And try 8982, which fix did you want to go to again?
Jergy, Jurgi, Charlie 982.
I can't do that for the ILS, I can't do direct that, I can just do K-How only, I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. I think my FMS is taking me to K-How anyway, but for some reason I can't direct to it. Charlie 982. Thanks, no worries.
Hey, you look fine now. Try 8982, descend and maintain 4,900, 4,900 now.
Descend and maintain 4,900, Charlie 982.
Westjet 7891, cross Basie at and maintain 8,000, LaGuardia altimeter 29, I'm sorry, Newark altimeter, nope, let me try again, sorry. LaGuardia altimeter 2987, Basie at 8,000, sorry.
Alright, so we are pretty much, very much...
Westjet 7891, before you get interrupted again, cross Basie at and maintain 8,000, LaGuardia altimeter 2987.
Very much in the soup, as expected.
Cross and maintain 8,000
I'm flying full instruments right now, and it's probably going to be that way
American 124, contact New York approach 128.55, good night.
right until we get to the ground, so...
128.55, American 124, have a great night.
Alright.
Number 72 Tango looking
See
good.
how this
When you
goes.
turn inbound, cleared to the Boston Airport, descend via the J Fund to arrival, runway 22 left.
Roger that. When inbound, descend via the J Fund to arrival, heading for runway 22 left, 71 Tango Tango.
Southwest 581, descend and maintain 2,100.
2100, Southwest 521.
Alright, I'm going to start slowing down. Let's set takeoff flaps.
Stand by. Bridgeport is New York's airport. They're closed now. So Unicom. Flight 82 at K-How, cleared ILS 22 approach.
At Takeoff, cleared ILS Runway to approach. Charlie 982. Alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and
20, go ahead.
After the Kennebunk, you already have direct to Punch.
go look one. And we can activate approach mode as well.
Aspen Providence, we want to start the arrival at Kennebunk.
Roger, approach direct to Punch after Kennebunk for 10-20.
Negative. Aspen Providence, follow the arrival as the other way.
Gotcha. For some reason the FMC wants to go direct Punch after Kennebunk for the Punch 3 arrivals.
Okay, that's nice. You're the pilot, change it to match the chart, please.
Sure. Aspen and Providence after Kennebunk for 10-20. Thank you.
If you fly the plane, it doesn't fly you. JetBlue 2854, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 2981. JetBlue 2054, you get that? JetBlue 2054, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 2981.
Runway 1, Roebuck 3, 22 left, JetBlue 2054.
Number 9895 Quebec, you are outside of airspace. That is New York's airspace. They are closed. Unicom for your flight.
Oof. Not looking good outside, folks. Not looking good at all. Look at that.
Southwest 531, turn right heading 140.
Right turn 140, Southwest 521.
Demont 221, when able, direct autumn.
Unable Pitman to the 1, I'm heading 120 for weather.
Okay, if I just keep you on the heading, will you stay out of the weather for a little while?
That's all around Pitman, like, so we're just maneuvering around the south Pitman to the 1.
Okay, but if you just stay on this heading, you're going to be okay. Affirmative or negative?
Should be okay for another 15 miles Pitman to the 1.
Alright, just stay on the heading 120. I'm going to coordinate that with the approach.
Pitman to the 1.
Boston, Wedge 791. Can I get the altimeter for LaGuardia, please, again?
Right, folks.
Demont 221, contact Boston, approach 133.2. Just work with him. He'll get you around the weather.
133.06, she's on Pitman to the 1.
No problem. Southwest 581, turn right heading 200, turn the localizer.
Right 20, step
Landing gear.
And let's
Landing
see. November 712 Tango Tango, contact Boston, approach 133.0. Good night.
133.0, thanks for the help. Good night.
West at 3712,
Can I get
contact
that
Boston,
altimeter
approach
for LaGuardia again, please?
133.0. Good night.
33-0, West 3712 CG.
Bye-bye, Air Canada 8667, contact Toronto Center 125.77. Good night.
12577, America 8667.
American 2148, Boston Center, cleared at Roebuck, descend and maintain, final with 230.
Direct Roebuck 230, American 2148.
West at 7891, leaving my airspace. New York approach for LaGuardia is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Frequency change approved. Have a good night. West 791.
American 4559, what's your Mach number?
4559, Mike decimal 787.
Alright, American 4559, maintain Mach 0.79 or greater for spacing.
79 or greater, 4559.
American 4556, what is your Mach number?
0.78.
American 4556, very good. Maintain Mach 0.75 for spacing.
75, American 4556.
Sorry, 8982, you can cancel IFR once you're on the ground with me. Change to advisory, frequency approved.
Cancel IFR when I was on the ground. Thanks a lot, Charlie 982.
Southwest 581, 5 miles from Kuska, cleared ILS 1823 approach.
Cleared ILS 1823, Southwest 521.
All right, folks.
Boston Center, Kilowatt 618,
Cam 618 Boston, good evening, climb and maintain for 330.
330, Cam 618.
This is going to be a pretty blind landing. Going to be approaching minimum soon.
Wind 020 at 4 knots.
American 1843, produce flight level 320.
American 1843 Boston, hello, squawk 4751.
Alright, starting to see trees a little bit.
500.
Southern 531, wind 28020, gust 27, runway 23, cleared to land.
400.
Roger, wind runway 23, clear to land, southwest 521.
Boston Center United 3469, 10,800 for 14,000 on the highway.
Alright, see the lights.
United 3469 Boston, hello, climb and maintain follow 380.
Climb maintain 380, thank you.
200.
American 1843, radar contact
Autopilot.
10 miles west of Kennedy, descend and maintain follow 270.
100.
270, American 1843.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Landing time logged.
Now that's how you land an aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Keene, New Hampshire. Local time is 9:47 a.m.
Air Canada 8702, descend via the J Fund to arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2981.
Descend via J-Film 222 left, Air Canada 8702.
That is hands down the pretty much nastiest approach I've ever done in Flight Simulator. I should have done a go around, but I just want to kind of end this flight. Whew. This was one for the books. I think terminal is here on the right. Oh, not much of a terminal, but it's more like just an apron, but here we are. Trying to figure out which way is the right way. Okay. Want to get our execs as close to a building or something as possible, but that doesn't really seem like it's gonna happen, so let's go ahead and let's park right here. I thought the conditions were gonna clear up a little bit. All right. That is it, folks. I think that is by far the scariest landing I've done.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished.
In this sim,
It has been monitored by
I
on-air.
definitely wouldn't have been able to do this if I was in another jet. Like, luckily I'm actually comfortable flying this plane. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, folks, that is pretty much it. What a contrast, right? We left the beautiful sunny islands of Bermuda and we ended up in whatever the heck this is. This is crazy. But it's all good. We got here in one piece. And everybody back here. Oops, if I could find them. They still look happy, I think. Yeah, nobody looks stressed out. Oh, this little kid looks stressed from the start, but yeah, we are good to go, man. I hope you guys really enjoyed this flight because I did, and come back for the next one. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you see fit, and I'll be back soon. All right. Outside of that, stay safe. Most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.